Okay, so I think one of the biggest mistakes that we all can make in life is not failing. It is ignoring that burning, nagging desire inside of us. So we have all experienced that nagging feeling. Like there's something that we are meant to do, something that has just been pulling at you. It's an inner feeling that you just can't get rid of. And that's the desire that I'm talking about. I think one of the biggest mistakes many of us have made in our lives, if we were to look back, is ignoring that burning, nagging desire. And I want to be clear that this desire is not the same as an impulse. An impulse is something that you act on quickly. You may not give it a second thought. A desire is something that just lingers deep inside of you. It's a nagging feeling. It's that thought that you just can't get rid of. And a lot of times I truly believe that when we follow our desire, even if just a little bit, one step at a time, it's going to help reveal the path in front of us. And so, what do I mean by that? A lot of times, many of us ask ourselves, what is my purpose in life? What am I meant to do? Follow that nag. Follow that burning inner feeling because it's going to reveal more. I can 100% unequivocally state that when I have followed my desire, more has opened up for me. Not just knowledge, not just financially, but just in life clarity, understanding what I don't want. Because let me be crystal clear, just because you follow that desire does not mean you're going to see success. It may lead to some failures. It may lead to some setbacks, but ultimately what that's going to show and reveal to you is just more life lessons. It's going to show you, what you may not want in life. And I can tell you in my life, when my husband and I have followed our desires, it has not always been 100% peachy keen. There have been some lessons that needed to be learned. And so I'm grateful because one of the things that it has shown is the things that I don't want. A lot of times some of us may say, oh, we want to be entrepreneurs and work for ourselves. Been there, done that, have experienced it. And I have sold products. I have owned service-based businesses. And now that we have experienced that, we know the type of businesses that we like and that we don't like. And so that's part of following your desire. It reveals to you what you like and what you don't like. And desire, I like to say, is basically the fuel to keep you moving. When you have that deep, nagging, burning desire, you're willing to put in that extra work that you might not have done if it was any other thing. I can tell you when my husband and I first started our hair business, when we were on that path, I had taken some marketing classes. Well, I had taken the challenge, One Funnel Away challenge with Russell Brunson, but I have taken business classes as well. And so we were just ready to put our knowledge into use. We were ready to put it to use. And so when that desire hit me, it was like a burning feeling that I could not get rid of. I was up all night till 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. As soon as I would wake up, I was back to the business, designing the website, designing products on Avery.com, Canva, anything that I could do to get this business going. I didn't do social media back then. I started a Facebook. I mean, the nag was lingering. It would not go. And that's the feeling that I'm talking about. When you just have to follow that instinct, you have to follow that burning desire because that's the fuel that's going to help you continue to move forward on your journey. And again, it's going to reveal to you, whether positive or negative, what you want in your life, what you don't want in your life. And so when you have that deep fire burning, the only thing you can do is to give yourself a chance. You would much rather say that you've tried than to live with regret. You would much rather live with a L, live with a fail than to live with regret, later on in life. With so many people we see on TV, they say, oh, do you have any regrets? And people say, oh, I wish I would have tried that. I wish I would have taken more chances when I was younger. I wish I would have been more adventurous. If that's your desire, do it. Don't let nothing stop you. And so a lot of times when we are talking about chasing our dreams and our desires, that fear pops up. So many people, I have spoken with so many people who say, oh, I want to start a business. Oh, I want to do this. Oh, I want to change a career, but they're afraid. That fear can paralyze people from doing more, from achieving more, from becoming more. You know that you have more inside of you, but you let the failure stop you from pursuing it and stop you from getting to where you need to be. And you'll hear so many people tell you that fear is just a signal. Fear means that you are on the right path. And on the other side of fear is a new feeling. It's success, it's happiness, it's pride in yourself. So you just have to step past that feeling of fear and take that step in spite of fear for you to get to your next level. And again, like I said, if you have a little bit of fear, that means you're on the right path. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. You're doing things that you would not normally do. So you're getting uncomfortable. I always like to say, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable if you want to be successful. Again, if you want success in your life, you have to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. Why? Because only you know what it feels like to walk in your shoes. Only you are walking in those particular steps to get to where it is that you're going. We hear so many people say, oh, get a mentor or follow or walk in someone else's steps. If someone else has done it before you, don't recreate the wheel. And yes, that's true. Someone can give you a play-by-play blueprint roadmap, which we always hear people say, here's my blueprint. Here's my roadmap. Guess what? You can execute their plan to a T, but it still is not going to produce those same exact results because you are you and you're doing it in your way. So your footsteps are never going to be able to be reproduced by anyone, which is why you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. You have to get comfortable facing fear, looking fear dead in its eyes and saying, I am going to do this in spite of this feeling, in spite of, being scared, in spite of being nervous. Public speaking. That's one that anyone who knows me will tell you I had a deathly fear of public speaking when I was growing up. In high school, anytime I had to speak in front of the class, I literally cried. I could get through it, but I would cry. Tears would pour down. In college, same thing. When we had to do presentations in front of the class, tears would just come down. I would get through it, but I would just cry and tears would just stream. And then I realized, someone once told me, always, whenever you start a new job or something, find one person that, you want to emulate, that you want to, basically become. And there was always someone in any role that I was in that I was like, man, this person commands a room. This person commands respect. This person knows how to speak without sidestepping and stutter stepping and getting all flustered. And so I realized that if I wanted to be, and those people were always in positions of power with a nice title and making good money. And so I realized if I ever want to have a great role, a great title, and make six figures plus, I have to learn how to publicly speak. And so I started challenging myself. When I would prepare for interviews, I would prep in front of my husband. We would do mock interviews. And so eventually I learned how to control my emotions when I speak. And now I am a great public speaker. I can get in front of anyone. I still get uncomfortable, but I know how to put that feeling aside. And I've learned how to speak without doing a lot of ums and that's when I'm nervous. I'm nervous if you hear me say 1,000 times. When I know what I'm talking about, it just flows. I don't have to second guess it. I don't have to question the words that are coming out of my mouth. And so that's what you want to get to. Yes, you still might experience some fear, but guess what? You're pushing forward in spite of it. And one thing that I like to say is people aren't going to always understand you. They're going to think that you're crazy. And how do I know? Because I've lived it and experienced it. My husband and I have done so many businesses. We have tried so many things in so many different arenas. And every time we do it, people look at us sideways like we're crazy because most people don't take a chance on themselves. Successful people are successful because they take a chance on themselves and they follow that nagging feeling. And that's been my husband and I. I can say just in our circle, our social circle, and even familial, we are one of, the few that have chased our dreams and have the financial means to back it up. And so that's one of the things. People are going to question your decision. They're going to question your sanity, and they're going to question your rationale. And the point is, you don't have to justify anything to anyone. You can do what you want. It's your life. It's, your future. And so when it comes to my household, my husband and I, we just realized we don't tell too many people what we're doing moving forward, just because people either just aren't going to understand or they're going to try to talk you out of it. So we keep our stuff within our household. And that's something that I would recommend to you. Excuse me. Is find an accountability partner, find a goal partner, find a desire partner, someone that is a like-minded person. And hey, I will be that person if you don't have one, because it makes such a difference. When you have just one person supporting you and telling you that you can do it, that your dreams aren't crazy, that you following, your dreams and following that nagging feeling is not insanity. All you need is one person, because that one person is going to be enough to negate and cancel out all the naysayers and the negativity. But I do want to say, this should have been an asterisk early on. When you follow that desire, you have to be disciplined. I have experienced following desires with no plan, no roadmap, and the result was pure failure, not success, loss of lots of money. And as you get older, you learn that yes, you want to follow your desires and your nagging feelings, but you want to do it in the right way. You want to be disciplined about it. You want to set up some parameters and boundaries. I'm not going to put, because in the past I have done this, my husband and I, my entire savings into a business that wasn't successful. So now we know we have to save X amount of dollars and leave it there and not touch it, because rainy days do come when you're an entrepreneur and just in life in general. So you have to maintain a level of discipline that doesn't put your life in jeopardy or the lives of your loved ones at risk in terms of, financial stability, security. So you have to make sure you stay disciplined. And lastly, when you follow your desire and chase that dream, I truly believe that it does open up your possibility of purpose, your possibilities of life purpose. So many of us say, oh, I want to help people. That can come in 1,000 different ways. That can look a million different ways to people. For some people, helping people may be sitting down with kids in school and, being there a little aid. For some people, it may be just giving away a bunch of money. For other people, it may be being a foster parent. It can look so many different ways to so many people. For other people, it could be sharing your knowledge and wealth on social media, on YouTube. So when you follow that desire, it's going to show you what you truly enjoy doing. So whether you start a business, whether you change careers and change industries, I have worked in multiple different industries. It's going to show you what you like, what you don't like. And ultimately, most of us are looking for a life purpose. I truly believe that when you follow that desire, your life's purpose will start to reveal itself. I don't think that we're meant to chase what we think is our purpose. So many people say, oh, I'm looking for my life's purpose? Follow that burning passion inside you. Follow that deep feeling inside you. And ultimately, I like to just say, follow the joy. Whatever is making you happy in that moment, if it is just dropping everything and starting a business at 12 o'clock in the morning while the household is asleep, do it. Follow that dream, because then it's going to reveal itself to you. So I'm not going to prolong this. My challenge and request to you is, if you have that burning, nagging desire, follow it. Do not let it linger. Do not let it burn out. Do not let it fade, because you do not know where it can take you. If you're someone watching this, you know you are meant for more. You know you have greatness inside of you. You know you're destined for so much more, but you're never going to know what could have been if you don't take that first step. So I'm Ashley. I want to say thank you. This is the Fearless Reset. And if you found this video helpful, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe and come back for more.